Welcome to a solo bonus episode of the pod. We're going to be quick, but I have just read Raquel Levis's civil harassment restraining order request against Scheana Shay. And now we know the temporary order was granted. So let's look at what she said and let's see the photos. So if you're following us on YouTube and watching there, you will see the photos on the screen. Again, this is a bonus episode. I didn't plan for any of this. So give me some grace, okay? If there are some technical difficulties. Let me share my screen so you can see the actual paperwork. Give me just a second. Okie dokie, here we go. Here is the request made by Rachel. Now, I want you to note, whether you're listening on audio or watching the screen with me, Rachel filed on her own. No attorney, but I can guarantee you, I would bet money that Rachel is going to walk into that courthouse on the date of her hearing, which is this month, and have an attorney by her side prosecuting Scheana Shay. All right, request for civil harassment restraining order. She made this request on March 7th. By the way, Raquel's true first name is Rachel. That's why I call her Rachel Raquel, Raquel Rachel. On TikTok, someone made a post showing a yearbook photo of Raquel Rachel, and her first name is Rachel. So that's why I keep saying Rachel. Anyway, okay, so here's the first page of her request. Her name, Scheana's name and information. Then we have relationship of parties. And now I want you to notice this was handwritten. So chances are one of her attorneys or someone she knows told Raquel Rachel to go to the courthouse and do this immediately. Okay. March 7th, handwritten request by Raquel Rachel Levis. Okay. Relationship of parties, coworkers, and friends. She says that Scheana, the person in number 2, lives in this county. Other court cases, none. Description of harassment. She says the incident occurred on March 2nd, 2023 at around 1:30 a.m. Who else was there? She says nobody. So did this happen in a green room? Did this happen in an alley? Did this not happen at a club or a bar? Like I've heard so many times. Let's keep going. How did the person in number 2, Scheana Shay, harass you? She says March 2nd. Pushed against brick wall, causing injury to back of head, and punched me in the face, causing injury to my left eye. Currently, mutual friends and coworkers are telling me she doesn't regret the physical attack on me, and would do it again if she found that further emotional distress was caused to our mutual friend. Whoa. So where was this brick wall? Where did this happen? Not really sure. But she also says that this person used or threatened to use a weapon, specifically a MUN or any other weapon. She says no. Were you harmed or injured because of the harassment? Rachel Raquel says yes. How? Black eye and cut/scar to left eyebrow, blurred vision, and swelling to left eye. Did the police come? She says no. Has the person in number 2, Scheana Shay, harassed you at other times? Rachel says no. She is requesting. Now, this is interesting. So Rachel, is requesting the following. She is asking the court to order Scheana Shay not to do any of the following things to her or to any person in the protected list, which, by the way, she's only asking for protection for herself. She has 3 choices, but she only marks one. She marks 8A. She wants the court to order Scheana not to harass, intimidate, molest, attack, strike, stalk, threaten, assault, hit, abuse, destroy her personal property, or disturb her peace. That's the only one she marked. She also had an option to say that she wanted protection against Scheana so that Scheana doesn't contact her either directly or indirectly in any way, including but not limited to in person, by telephone, in writing, by public or private mail, by interoffice mail, by email, by text message, by fax, or by electronic means. She didn't mark this one. So she only wants protection from the physical harm that Scheana may or may not cause to her again. Option C is other. You can ask the court to make orders that are not pre-printed on these forms. Rachel didn't do that. She then asks for stay-away orders. She asked that the court order Scheana Shay to stay 100 yards away from her house, her job or workplace, and her vehicle. Now it says, if the court orders the person in number 2, which is Scheana Shay, to stay away from all the places listed above, will he or she still be able to get to his or her home, school, or job? She says yes. Now, a lot of you have asked me what could happen at the reunion. Will they be in the same room? Don't they have to be? It's the reunion. My answer to that is depends on this order. Now, right now, I'm just reading the request, not the order yet. But we've also seen on these Bravo reunions where people show up on video. No matter if this restraining order was granted on a temporary basis or not, Bravo would not put these two girls in the same room because there are legal proceedings open. They don't want the liability. Any other time, they're okay with it, right? But right now, too much at stake. Rachel says number 10 in her request that asks, does Scheana own or possess any guns or firearms? She says, I don't know. 11. I request that a temporary restraining order be issued against Scheana Shay to last until the hearing. I am presenting Form 110 for the court signature together with this request. And it goes on. Has Scheana Shay been told that you are going to court to seek a TRO against her? TRO being a temporary restraining order. She says, no. That means she didn't tell Scheana she was going to the courthouse to get this order of protection against her. Now, I want to tell you guys, for those who don't know, this temporary restraining order, whether it's granted or not, we know it was granted and we're going to read the order, but whether or not it's granted, you will get a court date in the future to petition the court to order a permanent restraining order against the person. From the date that you go in, so for Rachel, it is March 7th, until that court hearing that's set in the future, this request is being made to protect you until the hearing, so that once that other person gets notice that you went to court to ask for a restraining order, you are hopefully protected from them until the hearing. Because we all know people get upset at these things when people are served, especially depending on certain circumstances, they get upset. And if someone is violent, they may react negatively. So Rachel goes on in her request and says there should be no filing fee because Scheana has used or threatened to use violence against me, has stalked me, or has acted or spoken in some other way that makes me reasonably fear violence. So she's asking the court, and there typically isn't this is a filing fee for service. No fee for filing or service. Typically, there is no filing fee for restraining orders. And to serve, you can use the sheriff or a process server. So she's requesting that there's no fee for her to file because she's trying to protect herself against violence by Scheana Shay. She is not asking for lawyers' fees and costs. Whoa, I can't believe that. You should always mark that. You should always, always mark this. But okay, Rachel, fine, 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 fine. She leaves most of the next page blank. She did not request possession and protection of animals, no additional requests. Then she signs it. Again, no attorney. She attaches a police report. In this police report, now, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm not sure that I can read this. Let me get a little bit closer to the screen, which I apologize in advance. It basically should say, and it looks like it does say everything Rachel said in her request. She made this report at around 1:30 a.m. Oh, you know what? She made this report at 1:30 p.m. on March 7th. So she must have made this request right after she made this report. At least that's what I can kind of figure from this very faint police report that was attached. And yes, I have redacted information about where these people live, some of their full names, the courthouse, case number, all of that, because those things we don't need to know. We really don't need to know. Okay. Let's keep going. She also attaches a transcription of her visit to the hospital. It looks like her visit to some sort of medical professionals. The patient complains of the following recent symptoms: eyes, eye pain, blurry vision, aches and pains, swelling. Okay. Physical exam, eyes, abnormally noted on exam, preorbital exam. Left orbit, swelling noted, moderate swelling, located diffusely around eye, abnormally noted, mid-vision blurry from the punch. Skin, lesion of head noted, left eyebrow area skin laceration from the altercation wound is healing well, no infection, will leave a scar. That really sucks. Violence is never, ever, ever, ever the answer. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever. We'll keep going. These are more attachments for her allegations of assault and battery, what she has reported as medical ailments as a result of this punch by Scheana Shay that Rachel is reporting. Now we have the photos. This first photo, there is a gash on Rachel's, what I'm assuming is the left eyebrow that she's talking about in her request, and that is noted in the exams. There's a gash in her eyebrow. There is. Her eye is black. It is. Second photo, same thing. She has her, does she have AirPods in, or that's just the back? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She has a black eye and a gash in her eyebrow. I'm also seeing a red mark, a faint red mark on the top of her head. Seems like it's more towards the left side. What in the heck? Then we have a third photo. This looks like it was taken right after the physical altercation because she still has heavy, heavy makeup on. But that gash in her left eyebrow, very visible, very red. Then we have another photo. She has a baseball hat on, but she has a Band-Aid on that eye, on the gash on her eyebrow. You can still see bruising on her left eye. Then you have a screenshot of the post that Scheana Shay posted on Instagram. Picture of Scheana and a picture of Ariana. A picture of Ariana and Scheana together. Excuse me. The caption reads, "Always got your back." And then it's the fist emoji, hashtag Team Ariana. It looks like, for the sake of an exhibit, for the sake of proof, for the sake of getting her temporary restraining order granted, Rachel attached this to her request, took a pen, circled that caption, circled that emoji, and attached it to her request. Whew, well, that's the end of her request. Let's go to what the court actually granted. Now, again, physical altercations are not the answer. I said on TikTok right before I started recording this bonus episode, please don't get into fights. Don't get into physical altercations with anyone. And please, if you do, don't post things like this on the internet following the physical violence. What always got your back with this emoji? Do you know what I would do in court with this? Team Ariana? Whoo! And now, of course, I'm not taking sides in any of this. I don't know. I know a lot. I know a lot. I've been following it just like everyone else, but you didn't need to punch her. The world is punching her. You didn't need to punch her. And that doesn't show your loyalty to a friend. Everything else, if she had posted this and not done anything, fine. By all means, that's your friend. You want to post stuff online, you're public figures, of course. And you both look gorgeous in the photo. Fine, fine, fine. Outside of that, following a physical altercation, which I'm saying altercation, it sounds like Rachel didn't do anything back to Scheana or didn't initiate anything in the moment. Obviously, you can argue that Rachel started it. I understand it. I get it. Now let's scroll to her request. Not her request, I apologize. The actual temporary restraining order. Let's get to what the court actually ordered. Okay. The court has set a date for March 29th, 2023. 21 days, 3 weeks from today at 8:30 a.m. RAQUEL, Rachel Leviss, and Scheana Shay will be in court together unless they settle this before then, and they possibly could. They will be in court together. Rachel will be asking for a longer, permanent civil harassment restraining order against Scheana, which could mean the end of their time on Vanderpump Rules and any of those reality shows. It could also mean the end of so many friendships, which we already know they're all done. They're all done. They're already saying Team Ariana, Team Tom, which in my opinion, if you are Team Tom, huh? What? But what a shame. What a shame. What a shame. This is so sad. All of this is sad. And of course, the biggest casualty in all of this is Ariana Madix. March 29th, a few days after the Bravo reunion for Vanderpump Rules is going to be recorded. So let's see what the court granted. So they have their hearing date. The court granted everything as follows. Personal conduct orders. Remember, Rachel only requested number 1, which was granted. That Scheana Shay not harass, intimidate, molest, attack, strike, stalk, threaten, assault, hit, abuse, destroy personal property of, or disturb the peace of Rachel Raquel. The court granted that. The court also granted that Scheana Shay not contact Rachel either directly or indirectly in any way, including but not limited to in person, by telephone, in writing, by public or private mail, by interoffice mail, by email, by text message, by fax, or by other electronic means. That means if they have a reunion to record and they are, even if one is on video, the other is on the couch, live in studio, that means they cannot address each other. Okay? They cannot address each other. And if Rachel is so scared, she probably is not going to be on the reunion. I don't know. But she was also granted an order that Scheana not take any action to obtain Raquel Rachel's address or location. Okay. Stay away orders. Scheana must stay 100 yards away from Raquel Rachel, her home, her job or workplace, and her vehicle. If Scheana has any guns or other firearms and ammunition, she must turn them in. That's a typical order. That is a pre-printed order, not something that Rachel requested, not something that Rachel thinks that she has. In fact, she said in her request, I don't know if she has these things, but the court obviously errs on the side of caution with these things. And if there's a temporary restraining order against you, none of this. You can't have none of that. Possession and protection of animals, not requested. Other orders, not requested. This order will be sent to law enforcement, and it's going to go in their system. So if they run a background check on Scheana Shay, it's going to show up. No fee to serve. Rachel is going to have the sheriff or marshal serve this order without payment from her because the order is based on unlawful violence, a credible threat of violence, or stalking. Whew. Man, oh man, the rest of this form, don't really need to read it over. It's just pre-printed information. If you want to know more about restraining orders, whether they're domestic violence restraining orders or civil harassment restraining orders, let me know. I'll make videos. I can respond to comments. I can do whatever you want me to. Whatever you ask, I will answer if I have the knowledge. Again, they're hearing March 29th, 2023, 8:30 a.m. Everything Rachel requested and some were ordered on March 7th. Has Scheana Shay been served? I don't know. But once she's served, it's active against her. Once Scheana Shay is served with this order, she must abide by the orders in these documents. She is court ordered to stay away from Rachel Raquel in any way, shape, or form. In all shapes, ways, forms, all of it. All of it. I'll see you guys again for our regular episode. So many good episodes coming up. By the way, the next episode, all about toxic relationships. I love you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. March 29th. If I don't see you on TikTok, I'll see you here for a summary of everything. Love you. Bye.